He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Running back searching for a hole. Fighting off the defender. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's reverse. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They boot it away on 4th down. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the 1st down.
Number 37 in punt formation to kick it away.
Punt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Wolverines will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Punt is on its way. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The give to the right. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Leaves it with the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Nebraska! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kennesaw State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 21 to Arkansas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's going to take off. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw in that blitz, they had no shot at blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unleashes one. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll do it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cornhusker. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So here comes the Michigan offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Klein. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understanding his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Now a lot 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his tight end. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Set to kick it off.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Ives. At the 40, there he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Huskers will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now he's loose on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back and leaves it. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. Looking for space. It's Hester. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Big kick here. Can claw them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Back to throw. It's Raiola. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Hunter. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCulley. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab, it's McCulley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hester. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. To throw, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's McCulley. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The pitch. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They're going to ride this running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Trying to do it on the ground. Oh, the quick spin move. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Western Kentucky is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to Nevada. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Gets it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Creates a little space. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Holds it in. And they made the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Huskers have pushed it inside the 20. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Lets it fly. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Gonna take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ives.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. And the quarterback takes a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, They're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.